Hi, I'm Lucy and welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video. So I think it's probably safe to say that thrillers are my most read genre. I read a lot of thrillers. Something about them that I really do enjoy. So today I'm going to be talking about a thriller that I found on Kindle Unlimited called The Killer's Family by Miranda Smith. So from the blurb, it looks like The Killer's Family is about three sisters who their dad dies, and they find out some information about him as they are cleaning up the house after the funeral. That kind of rocks their world a little bit. It's a secret that they didn't know about, like they find, and it's kind of them dealing with it. So the book is about three sisters, Cara, Rachel and Molly, and after their dad dies, after the funeral, they're going through some of his things and they find a hidden box in the shed that has a whole bunch of like pictures and things of victims from an old serial killer that was around when they were kids. And so they find out that their dad, or they find out that their dad was this serial killer, and it kind of changes everything that they thought they knew about him, obviously. It starts with this overall view of the funeral, and then it goes on to, like, each chapter is from the perspective of one of the three sisters, so it just kind of alternates between the three of them. And that's yeah, I'm excited to get reading and see how it all goes. I'm about 38% into the book now, and I feel like a lot of it's already happened. There have been already been 2 murders by what looks to be a copycat killer of the Gemini killer that is the killer that the girls realised that their dad was. Obviously they know that their dad is dead, so now they're faced with this person that's copying these murders. And then the interesting thing is, like, one of the victims, the first victim, shares the same name as the girl's mother, who died prior to the father dying. And then yeah, so I'm kind of excited to see where it goes from that. So the story is jumping around quite a bit between the 3 sisters. Each chapter is from one of their perspectives, and then every so often there is a bit from the killer's perspective, like these little like kind of blurbs about what he's thinking and doing, and like following the victims, which is a little bit eerie, but also quite tingly, quite cool. Yeah, I haven't really gotten much of a feel yet for any of the characters. I'm not really sure how I feel about any of them. Rachel is the middle sister, and she's kind of become a bit of a chaotic mess. But Cara and Molly are just kind of there, to be honest. So yeah, I'm not sure if these murders are meant to be like a message to the sisters that so that he knows all along that it was their dad, or if maybe this guy was working with their dad at the time or something. So I'm kind of interested to see what direction it all is going to take. So we've just had another perspective from the killer, this time of him the actual murder taking place. So it's not just, you know, the grabbing, the stalking, the following of the victims now. It's actually, yeah, the actual event too, which is a bit weird. Kind of cool, kind of creepy. So now I'm just trying to figure out who the killer might be. So I have like a few maybe potential suspects. So there's Kara's husband, Tate. I don't really think it's him, but I guess maybe. And then Kara is, I think she's having an affair with this guy. His name's James, and he lives in Boston, but he keeps flying back in occasionally and to see Kara. And James met her online. She met him online, and they've been talking like since the dad died. So I guess he is a potential possible suspect. And then Rachel has a roommate that she met online, Ryan, and Rachel is she seems a really shitty roommate currently, and Ryan is quite agreeable to her, like doesn't seem to be too bothered by any of it. So I don't know why I'm thinking that maybe makes him an option. And then the dad had a friend called Elias, and he just seems to keep popping up a lot. Like he'll come by the house a lot where Kara lives, and he popped in at Rachel's work and a bunch of kind of stuff, like a lot of like chance meetings with them. And he just seems to be kind of always there, kind of, I don't know, lurking maybe. So yeah, I think he might be a potential. And it sounds like he and the dad were really close, so he might have known back then that this guy was the Gemini killer, so now he's like copying his best friend. Who knows, I could be way off, but yeah, so I've got James, Ryan and Elias, who are my like 3 possible like top choices for suspects for the killer. So I'm curious to see if I'm right on any of them. Okay, so the more I read, I'm definitely thinking that the killer has got to be Elias, right? Like most likely. He just keeps popping up. He's like this lurking kind of background character that just seems to always be there. And I don't know, maybe that's the point, but yeah, I just feel like he's just always like weird, and like I'm getting kind of vibes from him that he's just something not quite right about him. Yeah, I don't know, he just keeps popping up at random moments and is like overly interested in like what the girls are doing, and I'm really just getting, I don't know, I guess those kinds of vibes every time he shows up on the book. I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm thinking maybe him. So yeah, I guess I will see if I'm right. Okay, so I finished the book, and the ending was, oh my goodness, I definitely did not see that coming. Like the end is like, was, oh my goodness, I cannot believe it. It was so good. I was not right about the killer at all. I'm not actually gonna say who it was, so that if you want to read it, it's not super spoiled for you, hopefully. Yeah, I didn't see any of that coming at all. Like that was a ride. tell you, ride. It was, I really liked that, you know, got, you know, kind of the girls' perspective, like each of the sisters as they're trying to like piece it together and kind of solve it themselves, and then the killer every so often like would have like these pages and it'd be like describing what he was doing, and oh my goodness, that was crazy. I don't even know what to say. It was, oh, I didn't see it coming at all. I was so sure that I knew exactly what was going on and how it was going to end and what was going to happen, and I was completely wrong, which, oh, I love that. I love it. Yeah, I never expected that at all. So I am definitely gonna say that The Killer's Family was a 5-star read for me. That I was hooked the whole way through. Actually, I never got bored. I never got like, the pace was great. I mean, a lot happened in a very short space of time, and I don't know why, but I kind of thought everything was spread out more, and then at one point it was like 3 murders in 3 days, and it's like, oh, this has only been 3 days? Like, oh, like this, it feels like, you know, should have been like weeks in between the murders kind of deal, but it wasn't. It was like, oh, I think the whole thing took place in like 5 days or something. So yeah, it was pretty good. I really enjoyed that. Oh gosh, yeah, I loved the direction that it went. Like, just the end, I think, just made it for me. Completely sealed it. Yeah. So that was The Killer's Family by Miranda Smith, and I found it on Kindle Unlimited, just looking for, you know, various thrillers to read or whatever. So yeah, really glad I picked that one up. It was really good. Yeah, I enjoyed it the whole way through, which, I don't know, is good, I think. Really enjoyed that one. Yeah, so yeah, so thank you for watching this video. If you watched it, hope you liked it, and yeah, I try to have new videos up every week, so check back if you like this one. There'll be more like it, I'm sure.